You are now listening to the Platinum Achievement Podcast, bringing gamers together from around the world. A PixelPine.com production. Here are your hosts. Stay a while and listen.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Platinum Achievement Podcast, where we bring together gamers from around the world and just talk about stuff. I'm Matthew Keel, and I do not have the excellent host voice that Brian Spagnoli does, so I'm not going to do the whole You've Got podcast thing, because it'll just sound like a dumb white boy doing it. I am joined by my Lebanese better half, Chris Har. How are you, sir?
Hola.
¿Qué pasa?
Muy bien. Is that correct? No.
It's muy bien.
Muy bien. Muy bien.
So, let's get to it. What have you been playing, Chris?
I've been playing a lot of For Honor. The beta, of course.
The beta, yeah. When is did we have a release date on that game?
I think it's on the 7th, maybe, or 14.
It's
next
in
month
February?
early. Yeah, next month.
Wow. So Nioh and For Honor come out in February.
Yeah, let's see. For Honor, February 14th.
Wow, Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Oh my God, we're gonna kill somebody.
Kill each other on. It's gonna be a Valentine's Day massacre. It'll be great. It'd be great.
Yeah, but Nioh on February 7th, which I'm so excited about.
Me too.
Yeah.
It was both of those betas have been actually difficult for me to not play. I don't like to play betas.
You should have. It's not because I understand you don't like demos, but there's actually something. It's not about playing the game. It's about if you beat it, you get a DLC.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's why.
Now, do we know what the DLC is?
I think it's some sort of exclusive costume or something.
That's it?
Yeah, but it's cool costume.
I mean,
I'm not sure.
I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to argue that point, but it just seems like, all right, you beat it, you get a costume. Mm-hmm, great. And I don't trust the skin DLC sort of thing. But yeah, I that still doesn't seem like it was the right kind of carrot to pull me in. But I've heard great things about it. I know you and I are both excited for it, and you've played it and you liked it, moosed it as well. And,
yeah, I'm just sad that I couldn't beat the second boss. If you finish the first mission, then you get an hard mode for it, and the map is very. It's like.
Is it new beta plus?
It's no, you get the same mission. Like, okay, this mission is for level 5, and you get a hard mode for it, which is level 25, which is not enough time for you to level up, but you can still beat it with low level.
Okay. And
they add new bosses into it, which I was able to beat. But there's an additional boss where it's just a boss where you have to just fight this guy. Oh my God, I just could not beat him. And I was looking for strategies to come up with strategies to beat him, and I was out of time. The beta just ended, and I was so pissed. I'm like, I cannot wait for the game to come out so I can take my revenge and kill him. I could not beat that guy. He was so... I'm not sure if I'm saying like he's unfair, but he felt so unfair.
Yeah. Well, I mean hopefully, based on what people are saying, that's tapping into the Souls series. So, you're just making me more excited.
Yeah, there's a lot of different. It's Souls, yes, but it's different enough to be its own game. You know. It's not a hardened copy for, like, let's say Salt and Sanctuary.
Okay.
Yeah, it's different enough because there's a lot of mechanics like key, where if you do any action you lose key, like in Dark Souls. But you have a way to get back that key if you're fast enough to recover it. So you use a key, use a move, right? And your key depletes. If you click it on the correct time, you can regain the key you lost. So if you want to just go full in attack, you can, but you will deplete your stamina. And if you weren't fast enough to regain it, your key, to regain it, you're going to be in a status where the enemy can backstab you or critical you. Yeah. So it's very interesting.
So
I like it.
Well, like I know. Pardon me. I know Moose was saying that there it seemed, and Moose's entry into the series is only like Bloodborne, so he hasn't really fully gotten into Dark Souls yet. But
yeah, it's more Bloodborne because
and he says there's like a lot there are more systems in play than Bloodborne. And that doesn't scare me a lot because, you know, I'm used to, you know, not fat rolling or working on it so I can't fat roll, or, you know,
you can fat roll. There's weight to it, but this is the stupidest thing to do in this game.
Exactly. Because I mean,
all
I think
of
samurais would want to be fast.
Yeah, it's not just that you don't have a shield. That's the thing, and plus, it doesn't matter if you wear the heaviest armor and the most defense armor. If you get hit, you're still gonna get a lot of damage. So it doesn't matter. Fat rolling is out of the question in this game.
Well, so is ki different than stamina, or is it just an analog to it?
No, ki is stamina.
Okay.
But they just name it ki. But I told you, you can regain it.
Right. Well, yeah. Okay, so it's like Dark Souls then. Okay.
No, not like Dark Souls. Dark Souls, if you hit, you lose your stamina. You wait like a second or two, and it goes back up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in this game, if you attack, and if you click on the R1 button with the correct timing, the key comes back instantly.
Oh, so you have to. So in like a combat situation, it's you swing your sword. You still have to hit a button to get your key back.
No.
Okay.
You can hit the button to get your key back instantaneously, or you wait for your key to go back.
Now,
so instead of waiting for a couple of seconds for the key to come back, you can hit a button for the key to come back, but you have to hit it the correct time.
Okay, now is there a prompt there or no?
No.
You just have to develop a feel for it.
Exactly.
Okay. That's intriguing.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Well, yeah, and now you might have been trying to say that, but I didn't understand it that way, so that's why I'm asking the questions. That lends something kind of... Does it turn into... Like, I remember when Antonio was on this show, he thought that Bloodborne was just a hack and slash. And, you know, you and I know differently.
No, it doesn't turn into hack and slash because you don't...
But see, can it, though?
Because you cannot regain...
combos or no?
No, because you cannot regain all of the key you lost. So even if you did 4 slashes, even though I gained back, I can... It's enough for me to roll back or do one more hit, or it depends when you got your key back. Let's say if I did my last hit, then I would go into status.
You mean open status or
no status.
What's that? What does that mean?
You're like you cannot move. You're like not doing anything.
Is it like stasis?
Stasis.
Okay. All right.
You see, like
stasis status is a tongue twister. I'm with you there.
No, status because it's still with an A, right?
Well, yes.
Okay, in French, A is A, so I'm saying status instead of
status and stasis are two different words.
Stasis. Okay, stasis. Yes. Stasis. Fuck this word!
Nioh, damn it, you're confusing us. But damn, I can't wait to play it.
Yeah.
So, and then you've been playing For Honor as well.
Yes.
What are you thinking about that?
Oh, I like it, but I kind of don't want to pay $60 for it. If it's $30, I'll buy it because I'm not sure. I'm not sure because there's only 3 game modes in the beta. I'm not sure if that's the whole game mode in the full game because that would be really boring. Because there's 2v2, 4v2, and 2v and 1v1. Is that it?
Well,
in 1v1, you just one player versus one player.
Okay.
2v2, which is I think is the most fun in the game, where you can play with your friend against 2 other people. I love that. I love that mode because you can combo together. And there's the 4v4, which is Dominion. You have 4 people against 4 people with the AI mixed bag into it. And the AI is there for if you kill enough AI in the opponent's team, you help your own your own AI. Your own AI, your own units to advance into the field so you can conquer a point A or point B.
That sounds cool.
It does sound cool, but in your head you have an idea of a big field map, right?
I mean, big-ish. It seems like
it's not even big-ish. It's not even big-ish. It's kind of small. It's kind of very linear and small.
Now, do you think that's something that could feasibly change with release?
I'm not sure if it's more
because you
than
understand
4v4.
The back end of games better than I do.
I don't know if there's more modes. I feel like it's small scale because of 4 people versus 4 people because you don't want to spend, the whole goddamn game trying to find somebody.
Right.
I understand that, but if it was like 16 versus 16 or 32 versus 32, oh my god, that would be amazing. And that's the idea I had in my mind for like 32 people versus 32, something like Battlefield has. But it's not. And I'm not sure if it's that in the full game.
Well, I think that now are you picturing something more like are you picturing something on the scale of like Lord of the Rings where there are a couple of big players then just a sea of nameless grunts that just get mowed over by dragons or whatever, or
something like Chivalry. Have you played Chivalry?
I have not, but I'm trying to come up with another sort of pop culture analog, or do you want it to be like
I want it to be exactly like Chivalry. It's such a fun game.
But let's think of it on terms
it's a game on PC and
right
on PS4.
Again, but I'm also trying to because I don't understand that reference. I'm trying to come up with something where I can. Is it something like a Star Wars Rogue One, where you have like 4 or 5 principal characters and then a smattering of nameless people that'll eventually die, going up?
No.
Where instead of it being 16 versus 16, it's 4-on-4, and each side has 12 AI or something like that.
Yeah. No, they have like hundreds of AI.
So it turns into Dynasty Warriors then.
Yeah, it's not that much. It's not with the thousands.
Except probably good, because I've never liked Dynasty Warriors.
I know, and never did I. But Harry Warriors was cool though.
But I do like. I actually think that there's what you're telling me is intriguing. Now, I didn't project the 16 on 16 and 32 on 32 the way you did. Yeah. Because that's just not my thing. Because eventually, in those type of games, I think even with this, when it's predominantly melee focused, it's only a matter of time before you're in a one-on-one battle that you're really into, and then someone stabs you in the back and goes noob, and like that's, and I think that's fucking dumb, and that's one of the reasons.
But here's the thing, though. they cannot stab you on the back because you get a prompt on the screen that somebody is attacking from your behind and you can block it, even though you don't have lock-on on it.
Oh, okay. Now, all right. See, okay, they've thought of that. Good, because that was the one thing. That's the one thing I really like. I think the Souls community is good, but they can be pretty shitty people. I'm not gonna paint them with a rose-tinted brush. But one thing I love is like, if you're playing in Dark Souls 3 right before you get to Anor Londo and there's that wide open area with giants and everything, that's where a lot of PvP happens, and you can get
it's like they run away to the giants like follow me, like I'm not an idiot, I know played the game, I know there's giants there,
right? But it's one of those things where you get a red phantom, you can get a mound maker phantom and a blue phantom, and all those three people have to fight each other on top of like the host. Now, a lot of times in that place, there's a unspoken law where everybody backs off and it's one-on-one.
Exactly.
I fucking love that.
Yeah.
There's like, no, let these two fight. Let them. They've got it. Let them finish it.
But there's always gonna be this one asshole that's gonna jump in and
he does
like,
Wrath of the Gods, and everybody dies, and you're pissed off. But you know. And
the unspoken rule is that you don't drink Estus Flask.
Yes. And the one thing that saddened me about I loved the fact that Bloodborne reached a huge audience, but the one thing I hate is that, you know, the minute they see that there are two people, you're in a world and with the host and another phantom, and the phantom is fighting you, they're like, oh, well, since there's two people, I can use Estus flasks. And I'm like, man, that's you know, why you got to be like this? Because the host is clearly backed off. He's sat down and he's like, I'm gonna watch this play out. I'm gonna let the two people fight, and then when the winner emerges, if it's not my co-op buddy, I will let the phantom heal, and then we'll fight.
I mean, if it's like you're going in for a PvP purpose, sure. But if I'm just want to go kill some monster and just invading my land, no, I'm gonna use some Estus Flask. I don't care.
Well, yeah, and I mean, you know, and that was
because I'm not going in to fight somebody right now. I'm going in to kill a boss.
Yeah,
I don't want your shit.
Like you're in the Nightmare Frontier. Just let me get to Amygdala. Just I don't want to deal with you.
yeah.
But okay, now back to For Honor.
Now this is the game mode. Like the gameplay. What I love about the gameplay is you have three races. You have the Knight, you have Vikings, and you have Samurai. Okay, and each one has three warrior types. Like let's say the Knight has a Warden, has a Conqueror, has an Assassin. So the Knight is adaptable and straightforward. The Conqueror is like a tanky guy and very hard hitter that does a lot of damage, but he's slow. And you have the Assassin that has a lot of good counter attacks and it's fast. But here's the thing though, the problem with but it's a hard character to master, and they even say it, a hard character. But the problem though,
and this is the tanky guy or the Assassin?
No, the Assassin.
Okay.
The problem though with these hard characters is like the combos you master are the basic combos. So even if you are a new player, you can basically know how to use them. And their health is not squishy enough. That's the problem. Their health is not squishy enough. They're so hard to hit because they're so fast. And even if you land a hit, they don't take as much damage as you thought you would, even if you're a hard hitter, which makes such an unbalancing bullshit. It pisses me off. Like, it's very hard for me as a two-handed axe wielder to hit an assassin, but when you do, you
drop him like a sack of dirt, don't you?
It's like that's it. That's the whole damage I did. Like, it's bullshit. Then. And their attacks is hard enough to break your pose, and that's bullshit. why? I cannot even defend myself fast enough, because how you defend is you move the analog stick. Let's say if they're attacking on the left, so you move the analog on the left, and you see it on the screen. It's not that you're gonna have to guess where they're attacking from. So you move it, but it's not fast enough for these characters, so you can block them. So when you get hit, you get like kind of staggered and you lose your poise, and you cannot come back for it. So you're in a status where you just keep getting beat up until you die.
Well, so basically you're saying the assassin is kind of broken.
It kind of is.
Now maybe
I'm sure if a veteran player finds a way, but as a newcomer, it's broken.
Okay. Now, chances are do you think this is something that could be addressed prior to release?
Yeah, they should fix it.
Now, I don't know what goes into fixing that, but it kind of seems like maybe you tweak the numbers a little bit and it should be fine. But
yeah, they should lower the health. They should make it more squishy.
Yeah, because look at when you try and play as like the one thing I love about the Souls series is like how broke the caster is. If you go into a Souls game as a caster, you are in for a difficult fucking time. And I think that maybe this game kind of has that for the assassin. Like they have to make it difficult for the person who wants to go that, because it seems like based on everything you've told me, it seems like if you go in as an assassin, you have an advantage, which is and it seems like an unfair one based on what you're saying.
Yeah, it's advantage to specific to most of the characters.
Okay.
Let's say an assassin is shit against the Orachi, which is the long range spear bitch. Sorry.
Long range spear bitch. Okay, great. Yeah.
Nobushi. Sorry.
Nobushi.
Nobushi.
I mean, no bullshit or no.
So yeah, they have to balance in a way where each character has a fighting chance with a different character. Like it's plainly obvious some character cannot keep up with other character types, which is not good.
Well, but they also have to give them something to address. I mean, like look at a game like Overwatch. You know, a lot of the tanks are really slow, but that speed doesn't hinder them in the battle. You just have to.
Yeah, but I'm saying that if it's a 1v1, it's not gonna work out. And the problem is with Dominion is, okay, you cannot re-pick a character. That's it. If you pick this character from the start, you're stuck with it until the game ends. So you cannot come up with the countermeasure.
See, now I'm okay with that. Like I am, because I would rather. I think it kind of forces the player to say, "Hey, deal. You've made your bed, now sleep in it." But at the same time, I can also see why people can get butthurt about. Oh, I don't want to be this guy. This guy's not fun. I mean, like I was actually recently on. Well, actually, I don't know if this has aired yet because I don't think it's been out. But I was on a friend of the show, Todd Oxtra. He does a Secret Friends Unite podcast, and I was recently on their show, and he was talking about Dishonored 2, how he had started playing as the male character, and he wasn't really feeling it. And then when he reloaded his game, apparently there was a corrupted save, because that happens every so often, and he decided to play as the female character. Now, he hadn't started it at the time when I had talked to him, but I said I had heard people like playing as the female versus the male. And I kind of feel like that's his sort of attitude towards it is very applicable here, because there's a lot of time. I mean, like I mean, I'll just segue into what I've been playing now. I've been playing Overwatch. Huh?
Boobs for the win.
I mean, of course.
Yes.
I mean, yes, every time. But I've been
You've been playing Overwatch. I've
been playing a lot of. I haven't seen you online. If I see you online, Chris, I will invite you because I want you to tell me how bad I am at that game.
Are you gonna play after this podcast?
You want to play Overwatch? I'll play Overwatch with you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But I've played with Moose and Phillips or Matt Phillips and a lot of the Phoenix Overdrive community, and they actually said they like how I play Reinhardt, which was very heartwarming.
Oh, really? It's my it's one of my main characters. So
I mean, I saw that he had a hammer, and Moose and I are hammer bros in Bloodborne, and I'm like, if I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning, I'd hammer in the evening, all over this land.
Hammer that pussy.
Well, that's your thing. But no, I've been playing Overwatch, and that I started going into the games that I missed in 2016, and motherfucker, Overwatch is amazing.
I know.
I'm like Christopher Columbus. I'm discovering something that millions knew about before me, but shit, that game is great, and I do not like shooters online. I mean, I play them, but I don't always. I play multiplayer begrudgingly for trophies, but holy shit, Overwatch is fun. Like, that is everything I want in a game. I love fun, and Overwatch is packed to the friggin' gills. And I can't wait to.
Fun. It's like, who the fuck doesn't love fun?
Well, it's funny when there are enough people, there are enough anti-Overwatch people because it's so cartoony. Oh, it's not.
Oh my god, I
real
hate
life.
those comments.
And I'm gonna say this right now. If you need your video games to reflect real life, fuck you, because I play video games for fun. And
I hate a lot of my friends where it looks so cartoonish. I don't want to play this kiddie game. Oh my God.
And those are the same people who say like shows like The Simpsons and South Park and to a very lesser extent Family Guy have no insight. No, you're wrong. Because I mean, that's why I love Pixar movies, because they show us a lot that I don't see in real life movies. But
yeah, fuck off. Go back to your Call of Duty. Bitches.
Yeah, go away. I don't need you. But I've tried playing as as healers, and even though I don't feel like I'm good at it, every match I play, I end up going, that was kind of cool. I mean, even when I die a weird way, I'm like, that was pretty sweet. I've found myself laughing a lot more during Overwatch, and I genuinely regret that I missed that game in 2016. Because I actually think, had I played it, it would be my game of the year.
But they still have a lot of problems to address especially, I'm going to go back to For Honor. But I just want to have to say something about Overwatch that pisses me off a lot.
Go ahead.
In competitive mode, okay, you're in a match, and I'm winning. We are winning the match. My team is fucking winning the match. Okay, it's like the last 1 minute, and some fucker, okay, just decides to leave the game. And
those are assholes.
Oh my god! And the problem is, in competitive match,
I would put my arm around you if I were next to them. I'd be like, yeah, fuck that asshole for leaving.
Yeah, the problem is that no player. Even let's say we won the first round. Now it's the second round. It's 4v versus 5. Oh no, we're not gonna able to win now. And we don't. We end up losing. But the problem is, why I have to lose points, ranked points, because one guy in my team decided to leave.
Well,
why I have to take the punishment? It's not my fault that we lost the game. We were fucking winning. We were winning. It's unfair for me to lose the points because one guy's fuck up.
And on a very visceral level, I agree with you. But at the same time, I also recognize sometimes internet just dies.
Okay, I understand. Okay,
and that's fine.
Maybe he's not this problem.
There has to be. Yeah, There has to be a back end sort of safeguard to say, hey, this guy's internet died, but I don't know what that entails. And I've also been on the side that is won because of that.
No, I'm saying that sure, internet dies, whatever. But again, the ranked points, I should not lose them. You know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The other team can have the points, but at least not lose the points. At least
they can have the win, but my points should not go down. Yeah, okay, I'm with you there.
Yeah,
but that's also
that feels unfair.
That's just emblematic of we don't do everything. Nothing's perfect. So, and that's the very bitter and difficult pill to swallow. I will say this though. Early in the year when I decided, I'm going to fucking play Overwatch finally. My first night playing it, and I picked Reinhardt because he had the hammer, and I was playing for a few hours with Ray and Paul from the Phoenix Overdrive, as well as Moose and Matt Phillips. But we got to overtime. And it was, I don't remember I don't know all the game modes and I don't distinguish them very well, but which is the one where you have to get 2 wins? Is that it's not
2 wins or 3 wins?
Well, it's like you have to get to 2 and
2 points to
you have to get to 2 points.
Okay.
It's not payload, but it's like,
no, it's not payload,
where you have to take the point twice.
Yeah, but there's 2 kinds of where you have to take the point until it reaches 100%.
Yeah.
And there's the one you have to take 2 points. And if you get the 2 points, you get you get a score of 2.
Yeah.
And the other team tries to get also the 2 points. But let's say if you got 1 point, you get 1 point, and the other team has to take either 1 to draw or 2 to win.
Yeah, and we went to, there was one that we got waxed, and the other team got to 1. Like we got friggin' decimated, and we were walking into the second round, going, "This is we're just gonna take this one on the chin, fellas." But they got to they got to overtime, and we were still at 48%. But we went from 48.
Yeah, that is, you have to take 3 points. This one, you have to take 3 points.
We actually from 48%, and they were at 99 in overtime. We won.
Yeah. No, it happens a lot. But
see, but the first time feeling that, I was like, oh my God, because honestly, it was really like the first time that I can remember a video game going, this is gonna happen, and it seemed like a super impossible comeback, and I know that it's probably happened hundreds of times over, but when you are in that and you watch it happen, it filled my heart with so much joy. And we ended up winning. We took that momentum, and we actually beat the piss out of the other team, won the match. I still have not gotten player of the game, but I'm okay with that.
Yeah, most of the time is fucking Bastion, because he just hits on his ass and just...
Yeah. But see, it's also, I haven't played a single character enough to really know what their ult does.
So you just played Reinhardt?
Well, no, I played Reinhardt, and I tried to figure out his ult, and I got bored, and then I'm like, all right, I'll try another character, and then
his ult is easy. He makes an arc in front of him that stuns everybody and throws them on the ground.
Yeah, and because I've never seen,
he makes an arc, not a circle. So
right, and that's cool. But I it's one of those things that, like, when I actually find a character I'm going to marry myself to, I'll probably get good with them. But I like Lucio a lot. I think he's pretty fun. I really like McCree. McCree is a fun character to play as for me, but it's
the most troubled character I have to play with.
There are plenty I have not tried. Like I haven't really tried Zenyatta. I tried Tracer like one match, and I was like, I don't get what's going on here.
Tracer is you have to play. If you're a bitch, you're amazing with Tracer. it's a character made for bitches.
Well, like when you say bitch, define bitch in this case.
I mean, bitch, like you slap somebody, then you run away, then you come back and slap again, then you run away and just keep slapping them. It's an abuse.
I should be good with Tracer, but I'm not.
Because Tracer, literally, the whole point of her is blink, attack, blink back, reload, blink, attack, come back. It's not about getting the kills with Tracer. It's about harassing the team and losing them health or sneaking up somebody. So
Tracer is literally the Flavor Flav of Overwatch.
Yeah,
I kind of want to be good with Tracer now.
Yeah,
but like I've tried
and
Mercy.
Tracer is, but the thing is, Tracer is super squishy. Like she dies with one hit from Hanzo. If Hanzo was able to hit her, she dies with one hit. And
really?
She has also this ability where even if you get hit and lose most of your life, you can backtrack and get your health back.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Tracer. But I like playing as Tracer, but I hate playing against Tracer.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm with you there. I did not like playing as Soldier 76, and it seems like a lot of people like playing as that. I haven't tried
so
Genji.
Easy. He's the easiest character. I always get 40, 50 kills from him, but the thing is, he's boring to play as. I feel like I'm playing a Call of Duty game.
Yeah, and I haven't tried Genji or Hanzo. I'm interested in trying Zenyatta just because that seems like a fun character to have in a shooter. I haven't tried Torbjorn yet or Mei.
Wait, Zenyatta is the Russian girl?
No, Zenyatta is the one that his ult is Tranquility or whatever. He's the guy that like sort of
okay, yeah.
He throws
monk,
orbs of discord and orbs of harmony, which is
the robot monk.
Yeah, which is I think that's fucking cool, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I am finally on board the Overwatch train, and that game deserved every award it got. Yeah. I've also. This might interest you, Chris. I've been playing Titanfall 2.
Yeah, but this is the thing. Before we talk about Titanfall, let me make my last comment about For Honor.
Okay.
In For Honor, you can upgrade your weapons and you can upgrade your armor, which has stats in them. But here's the thing, though. It's not like if you're going to play against somebody who's level 22, his stats is going to be higher than yours because... it doesn't work like that with the upgradable weapons. How it works is this weapon gives you more attack, but it removes stamina. So it gives something, it takes something back as equal value. Hello?
I'm here.
Matt?
Don't worry, I'm here. Sorry. Had to mute for a second. I had a coughing fit.
Okay. Did you hear what I said?
Yes, I did hear what you said, and that's. I mean, well, but that's what. But see, that sort of taps into.
I feel like it's fair. It's fair. I like that. It's fair because it's like you can upgrade your. It's like if you prefer to play this kind of play style, you can upgrade to that, but it takes away something. So it's balanced in that way, which I prefer, because it's gonna be bullshit.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna play against somebody level 100 and he's like can kill me with one hit. Come on. But the upgrade helps you to improve and suit you better with your play style.
Yeah,
which I like.
Well, I mean, one of the things I suffered with, especially in my early attempts into the Souls series, is I would get to the point where I was, a super high level, but guess what? I forgot to level up along the way. Vitality.
Oh, fuck.
Which is your life bar. So I would walk into just about any fight with a boss and be good, but the minute PvP happened, I take one hit and I'm dead.
Yeah.
So and that sort of you telling me that about For Honor, I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of down. But then again, I hope I don't make that same mistake again, even though I probably will and don't care.
You're gonna buy it?
For Honor? Hell yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like when that game was announced, I was like, Knights and Samurai? Aren't there pirates too?
No, Pirates and Chivalry.
Yeah, like that game looks interesting and that's sort of what I want out of a game. I want a game to be interesting rather than another thing that references other things but in a new way. But no, I've been playing Titanfall 2. I've been playing the campaign. I did do some online. I did enough online to get all the multiplayer trophies. I'm gonna go for the platinum.
Yeah, the same.
Are
you gonna go for the platinum?
Yeah, I'm going for the platinum.
Holy shit. Get your butthole ready, because there's one trophy that's going to make you go fucking bad shit crazy, which it did for me. It took me 5 straight hours for me to get it.
What do you have to do?
Which
trophy are you talking about?
About the startup trophy as the tutorial one, where you have to you have to do this course in less than 3 minutes and 60 seconds, something like that.
The you have to get in the top 3 of the course. Yeah. I looked at that and I'm like, that seems like it's going to be, that'll probably be the last trophy I earn, which I'm fine with. But like
that is the first trophy I earned, because it's like, because here's the thing, if I'm not gonna get this trophy, I'm not gonna bother with the game.
Yeah.
But then I got the trophy, I was like, yep, I'm gonna platinum this now.
Yeah, no, I looked at that and I actually got to the point where I could run. I beat, what is it, Lieutenant Anderson's you have to beat for
Never
one
played
of them.
the campaign yet.
No. I'm talking about the course. You have to beat Lieutenant Anderson's, and I'm like, okay, I could do this. But that just becomes pattern memorization and things like that. So I can do that. But Titanfall 2 is, holy crap, that game's fun.
Yeah, it is.
Like, I'm like, man, I gotta quit looking. I mean, and I fall into the trap of painting games like that with a certain brush. And
yeah, you thought it was gonna be another Call of Duty game.
I thought it was gonna be something I thought was just dumb, but I feel like
but the game is dumb.
I don't think so. It's
dumb fun.
You know what? You're right. The game is dumb. It suffers from a very dumb thing, but at the same time, it sort of embraces its dumb.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the interactions with, like, I mean, I'm up to, I think, where you fight Kane. Like, I'm not very far in. I'll admit that. But like the interactions with the robot are kind of cool. And it's not like, Joel and Ellie in Last of Us, but it's definitely like, what, they're trying something.
Can your robot
here.
swim?
I haven't. He couldn't in that corrosive stuff because. But I also appreciate that it's not necessary. Like, getting through a situation in the campaign is not necessarily about being the most accurate with the gun or the most, or taking or knowing where to throw a grenade to eliminate as many people as possible. A lot of it is about just evasion, which is like, oh, that's fun too. I mean, if you're good at shooters, which Chris will tell you I am not. If you're good at shooters, you can pick everything off on the battlefield and just be waiting for time to go by for BT to get the corrosive substance emptying sequence done. But if you're not, like I am, there's a way to run and a way to pick off the few enemies you can and still survive.
Yeah. The pussy play style.
What?
The pussy play style.
I mean, yeah, exactly. You know, I will wall run for days if I could. But it's and like having that in a way that's, and while I'm super interested in Dishonored, I've never played it, but having that sort of dichotomy in a game it's really unheard of to me in shooters. Because most of it, like even going into your story-based shooters like your BioShocks or I can't think of another story-based shooter. But like you still have to say that one more time.
Specs Up.
Yeah, you still have to go in and survive gunning down everything. There's as you eloquently put it, there's not a pussy option. You have to kill everything before it kills you. Yeah. And the fact that you can use evasion, you can use defense as offense. I think that incorporating that is good, and it's definitely making me go, I'm having fun, and I like it. So yeah,
I have one question to you.
Yeah.
Let's see if you are an abomination or not.
Say that one more time.
If you are an abomination or not.
I mean, I'll lean into being an abomination, but let's do this.
Okay. How do you jump in Titanfall?
What do you look? I mean, I hit the X button.
No, you're playing it wrong.
Okay, what should I do?
You have to jump with the bumper.
Really?
Yes.
So here's
the thing, okay? If you grab the controller, okay?
Okay.
You have the controller. Can you move the L analog while pressing the X?
Can I do what?
Can you move the L analog, the left analog, while pressing the X button?
Yeah, I can.
At the same, can you have a full circle while pressing the X?
Yeah.
Are you sure? I'm talking with having the other hand on the R too.
Well, the X is on the right side of the controller.
Yes.
So
sorry, the L and the R. Sorry, can you? Sorry, I meant R. Can you circle the R while pressing the X?
No.
Okay. Can you circle the R while jumping with R1?
No.
What? What do you mean? You cannot. You can still use the analog while pressing R1, right?
Oh wait. Oh, I'm sorry. You're cutting out a little bit, but yeah, no. I can use if I were using R1, I could definitely use the right stick.
Both of them.
But
here's the thing.
But the one thing that I have the one thing that I'm confident about in my sort of skill set is I know where I want to go and I move the stick then hit X. So I have that move kind of down.
Yeah, but when you're moving, you can, let's say in midair, you can turn your character around because you can use your analog and still push the jump button. So you can jump and turn around faster.
If you use the left trigger or right trigger,
right trigger.
I'm sorry, left bumper or right bumper.
Left bumper, whatever.
Okay.
You can still use the bumpers and move your characters. You can turn the character while jumping.
Yeah, but see, and like while there's probably some latency in my motion, I've actually been good at doing that. Especially in this area because there in the area there are a couple of curves around the wall. So I jumped away from the wall, used the stick to turn and then use the double jump to get myself back to the wall.
Yeah, I don't know how you can play like that. I'm just saying you have to use the bumpers. Trust me. When you get used to with the bumpers, you feel your gameplay is so much smoother. You can play so much smoother the game. You become faster. You can do everything faster with these controls.
I'm going to take that advice, Chris.
Yeah.
I wrote it down. I'm gonna use the bumper in TF2. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna see how that works. But yeah, man, that game's really like that. It's illegal that game is so much fun. Yeah. From a single player standpoint, even the multiplayer. I suck at the multiplayer because when I
in single player the bumper is not that important, but the multiplayer it is so much.
Well, and I played multiplayer before I even played single player because I have it on my system, and I was playing with Moose and Phillips, and they're like, "Oh, we should play Titanfall." I'm like, I should play Titanfall, and I jumped right into the multiplayer. They told me to get enough, I guess, credits to buy Tone, and then go from there, and I think because I didn't have the grounding in the campaign, I did not know how to sort of use the Titan. And I think the first couple of missions in the campaign have taught me more than I knew going into that multiplayer session.
Oh yeah, because you never played Titanfall 1. Oh,
yeah, okay. I did. Well, I don't have an Xbox One, so.
Yeah, I played Titanfall 1. I felt the game lacked a lot of features that Titanfall 2 has now. But yeah, I just cannot go back to
grappling hook is fun, yo. Yeah. Oh my god, the grappling hook is fun.
Yeah, I cannot go back to the multiplayer anymore because I don't know. There's not enough people interested.
Well, there's not enough people, and the people that are there are just too good.
Yeah,
exactly. It's definitely an uphill battle. But I do like the way that they create speed out of an otherwise lumbering giant machine.
Yeah,
like the dash that you can use, and the two Titans that I've used have a little bit, like they definitely feel distinguishable between each other, and that's always a cool thing. Especially when you can sort of, this one does this, so I have to think about it this way, and this one does this, so I have to think about it this way. And that's, honestly, in the most pedantic way possible, that's sort of why video games to me are cool, because you don't have to think about the same scenario the same way as everybody else. If you can have different ways to solve the same problem, it's a fantastic thing. So good on ya, Respawn. Titanfall 2 is damn great.
You just described Titanfall as a math problem.
Well, in a weird way, that's what keeps me coming back to video games as a whole. I love the constant stream of problem solving. Even from the most basic and boring of point and click adventure games to the most difficult battles in the Souls series. It's always a constant stream of problems, and that's why I love this stuff.
Yeah.
Also, I've been revisiting The Binding of Isaac again.
Yeah, I know. I've been watching the video of you guys doing live on YouTube. I don't know what the fuck was it. Was it
NGR Radio?
NGR Radio, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm typing out the chat and nobody's reading. I'm getting pissed off.
I'm
saying Binding of Isaac. I've been screaming Binding of Isaac the whole time. Then I was like, nobody's reading the chat. Then I went to Moose and I sent them a private message it's Binding of Isaac. It's Binding of Isaac.
Well, and I think that's because I know when we do the 20 questions there, we kind of want exterior information shut down, so there's no cheating.
Yeah, okay.
But
wait, you guys still Google stuff?
We can, but we try and do the unspoken rule that you shouldn't do that. But
it was obvious.
If I were, obvious. I'm pretty sure
some people will Googling.
I'm pretty sure that Googling happens.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to it's one of those things that if it's not Corey or me holding up our phone in front of the camera going, Google.
Yeah, but it's not. It's
I'm
not
kind of
holding
okay
Google.
with it. Because
He's searching
honestly,
on his computer. Like you can see from his eyes reading stuff from the computer.
Oh, I see it. That's why I wear the reflective sunglasses. You can see what's on my screen. It ain't Google.
Oh, that's why it's like you wear like a douchebag. Okay.
Well, that and I'm always sort of looking around and I'm not really addressing the camera. That's why I do it. And by the way, props to you for showing up as Dirty Nips and trying to do that trick again. That was good. I'm like, oh, that's Chris. He's watching. You should come on.
Yeah.
Would you be cool? Would you be cool coming on? Like, I know it's Monday night. It's super late for you, but
if people invite me,
I will invite you. Are you cool coming on?
When is
it? We record Monday nights generally. Sometimes we do a Tuesday. But it's usually
Monday nights it's fine with me because I don't.
But we do Monday nights at like we usually start between. We've started early before, but it's generally like between 8 and 9 Eastern Standard Time when we start.
8
PM.
So that's 8 p.m. So that's 3 in the morning for me.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, we could try and start earlier. I could see what Corey's schedule is, but because I know I'm home by 6 p.m.
If
Eastern
it's
Standard Time.
7, it's great. It's 2 o'clock. I can 3.
Okay. Next time I know Corey's going to be around at 7 p.m. I'll get you on. We do video. Is that okay? You okay doing video?
Okay, I'll wear a mask, hide my face.
I mean, that's cool. You totally should. You should get a bandana and just tie it over your nose. You could be Ghostface Killer. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say
you don't know the
terrorists
Wu-Tang
from Lebanon.
Clan, but it's awesome. Trust me.
I thought you were gonna say the terrorists from Lebanon.
No. Because I don't. We jab you. I don't think you're a terrorist, Chris. I don't think you're a terrorist, and if I did think you were a terrorist, I probably wouldn't be friends with you. So
okay, good to know that you think I'm not gonna suicide myself with the bomb.
No, you don't. I think well, to be honest, I know you're not going to suicide yourself because you love yourself too much.
Exactly.
So, on that note, we've talked about what we've been playing, and we've dug into those games for about an hour. I want to put a challenge to you, Chris, and I want to put a challenge to me too. I want us to participate in 4 in February.
Okay.
Four
games.
4. You have to play and beat 4 games in February. Now, I did some rudimentary Googling about this. There aren't really rules.
Okay.
Except, like, you don't have to do like a game you've had in your backlog that you've never played. You don't. It doesn't have to be something that is. There's no statute of limitations on the release dates for games. But if it's a game you've not beaten, even if you've played it before, the one restriction I will sort of impose is that we have to start and finish it. So we have to start and finish 4 games in February. Now, this could be, I could start and finish Bloodborne with a new character. No. I'm not going to do that because I think that's too much of an advantage for
No. You know what? Let's pick a game we never beaten before.
Okay. Let's pick games we've not beaten. All right, fine. I'm with you. There.
And not beat it, and not like I'm at the last level, so I just beat it right now. That's unfair. Okay.
Now I think we should. Let's. How about this? We'll both pick individual games, and then we'll both pick 3, and then pick one for both of us to do.
Okay.
Now, do you want to do the one for both of us?
But then I have to go out of my way and buy it.
Well, I mean, we can have a talk. If
you're gonna say Helldivers, I'm gonna say lose right now.
Well, no, because I'm not gonna do that because there's really no start and end to Helldivers.
Yeah.
So that would be an I mean, because literally you can beat one planet and say, "Oh, I beat a planet, game over," So it's fine. I wouldn't do that to you. I'm not gonna be sadistic and torture you, Chris.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Just like I would expect the same.
Shit.
But now, and I know with our time difference, it's going to be difficult to play a game that we're going to do. The same game we're going to do is probably going to be difficult for us to play together. But I'm actually thinking of a game.
If we finish together, Nioh.
What?
If we finish the game, Nioh.
See, I don't know if I can finish that in February. I mean, I'm open to it, but I don't know if I can finish that. But let's pick. How about this? We'll pick the games that we're going to do independently of each other. So pick your first game. We'll just do one at a time. We'll go back and forth. Lara Croft Go? Yeah, sure.
Yes. Lara Croft Go.
Lara Croft Go? Okay. All right. Is that out on PS4 yet, or do you have it on iOS?
No. I have it on PS4.
Okay.
Don't play it on the Vita, though. Oh, my God. It's so bad on the Vita. It's so bad. It's not like I love the Vita, but holy fuck, a minute and a half to fucking restart a mission?
Wow.
It's like in Hitman Go, it's instant. It's like you press the button and again, the map is reset. It's so fast. In Go, in the aircraft Go, holy fuck, the terrible load times. I want to kill myself. No.
Wow.
PS4.
Okay, so my first game in February is going to be Oxenfree.
Oxenfree. Ooh, I heard that name before.
It's an indie game. I don't really know much about it, but I like the art style.
Okay, cool.
But I am going to try Lara Croft Go because Hitman Go was so good.
Yeah, it is.
So good.
Yeah, it's very good.
So, and I hope Deus Ex Go comes to PS4 too because I will play that.
Yeah.
Too. I've never played a Deus Ex game either, so.
Never played the Deus Ex game? Oh.
Yeah, never have.
Okay.
Your second game, sir.
My second game is Tentacles something. What is it?
Day of the Tentacle?
Day of the Tentacle, yeah.
Okay, all right. I was actually going to go the point-and-click adventure game route as well. I'm going to do Broken Age.
Okay, we're both picking games that we can finish in a couple of hours.
But yeah, so now do we want to up the ante and say we have to platinum these games considering we're the platinum?
Come on, these games are easy to platinum. Both of them we should platinum.
Okay, all right. Well, your Lara Croft Go and Broken Age, yeah. I don't know about Oxenfree.
Oh, okay.
But you know, let's plan to finish them in February. If platinuming happens, that's gravy on the potato. We're good. Is it my turn now?
I'm not gonna be pussy like you, and I'm gonna say I'm gonna platinum both of these games.
Well, that's why I respect you, Chris. Is it my
Take
third
up my
one
challenge,
now?
yo. Take up my challenge, yo.
Oh no, it's your third one now because I did Broken Age.
Yeah, I'm saying take up my challenge.
Okay, I'll platinum these games.
Maybe Oxenfree if it's ridiculous, I understand. But at least Broken Age.
Okay, so I'll platinum Broken Age. I will. You know, fuck it. I'm gonna platinum Oxenfree. I'm doing it, Chris.
Okay.
Yes, we're doing this. This is happening. 4 platinums in February.
Four platinums.
4 platinums in February. Let's do this. And then one of them is a game that we have to share. So what's your third game, sir?
Third game, Ratchet Clank.
You know, can that be our shared game? Because I haven't played that yet.
How are we going to share it?
Well, like, can that be the game that we both play? Because I was actually thinking maybe something like Borderlands, the pre-sequel, because I don't know if you played that.
I did play that, but we cannot play the co-op Ratchet Clank.
Huh? No, we don't have to. No, what I'm saying is we don't have to play it together. But I want it to be a game that we both play, so we could talk about it.
Ah, okay. Okay, I mean, sure.
Okay.
If you want that. I was looking for something like...
Because here's the thing, Chris, and the listeners don't know this, but we don't, we talk very minimally outside of this show, and I would really like to talk about something that we've both sort of done.
Okay.
Like you and I could get here, and we could come here every week and talk about Souls games, or
That's it.
Well, once Nioh comes out,
or
we
Persona.
can talk about Nioh.
And Persona.
Or Persona.
5.
We could gush about Persona for months. We would get months of shows of material of us just be an hour of talking about how cool, Hanji is, or how awesome Naoto was, or how sad Nana-chan's arc is.
Oh my God, Nana-chan! Do you know the song when she goes to the mall or to the grocery store?
Juness? Oh man!
Yeah, Juness.
Yeah. Every day's great at your Juness. I can't sing though. But
you cannot replicate the little girl's voice.
But we could gush about Persona forever, and I just feel like we would lose listener after listener after listener. But
yes.
Let's make Ratchet and Clank the game we both play. So at the end of February, we could say, let's talk about some Ratchet
and Platinum, so we can talk about the trophies.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
And I'm excited now.
Okay.
So what was your third? Okay, so pick a different game for your third game.
No, this is our third game, right? We say that.
Well, but see, that's the game we're going to do together. So you have to pick.
Okay.
It's 3 games we'll do separately and 1 game we'll do together. Just that way we can talk about the games we do separately, and then we can both say, man, what the fuck was up with that one sequence in Ratchet and Clank together?
Okay, but here's the thing, though. Aren't we gonna choose each other's game? Didn't you say I'm gonna pick something you have to beat?
No. Because I don't want us to torture each other. And the reason
I was excited for that.
Well, I know you were, but that's just not my thing. But I thought we'd pick 3 games we're going to do, and then 1 game we do together.
Okay.
Like 1 game it's not necessarily. It doesn't have to be co-op, but like we do it. We both do it so we can talk about the pros and cons, or what we think the pros and cons.
So that's Ratchet and Clank. So I'm not gonna pick a game for you.
Say that one more time.
So I'm not gonna pick a game for you.
Right. Because here's the thing, I could pick Helldivers for you, and you'd fucking hate yourself the entire time in platinuming Helldivers. I don't want to do that to you, Chris.
Oh, but I was gonna pick something The Witcher 3 for you because...
But that'll never happen in February.
At least you play it.
But see, I wouldn't even do that to you. I wouldn't Chris, you and I, throughout the existence of Platinum Achievement, of the Platinum Achievement podcast, let's let the listeners in. You and I have gotten into some fights. We have, but that is none of those fights have ever been, we've never walked away from going, fuck that guy. Or maybe you have, but I never have. I've never walked away from one of our arguments going, man, I don't want to talk to that guy anymore. In fact, a lot of the times, some of the times where I've walked away from one of our fights feeling the most sour about you has made me say, you know what, I want to keep talking to this guy because I like the difference. I like the fact that I respect the fact that you don't have the same opinions. And I also respect the fact that you could just say, oh, look at Matt with his indie games trying to be a fucking snowflake.
Who told you that?
You did.
I did? Okay.
Yes.
I thought that the Moose told you that when I DM'd him. I told him it's Binding of Isaac because Matt is cliche like that with his fucking indie games.
No, Moose never told me that. But see,
okay.
but the one thing that's always sort of driven me to interact with people is difference, because I want to know different shit. I don't want to surround myself I don't want to surround myself with people who like the same thing I do, because then I won't challenge myself to be I don't want to say better, but like I won't challenge myself to learn. Now, getting back to our 4 in February, we've decided that I'm playing Oxenfree and Broken Age.
Okay.
You are playing
What's Oxenfree? How do you spell it?
What? Huh?
How do you spell it?
Oxenfree?
Yes.
OXEN as in Nancy, F as in Frank, REE.
Just one word. Okay.
Yeah. So you're playing Lara Croft Go. I'm playing Oxenfree. You're playing Day of the Tentacle. I'm playing Broken Age. And then we're both playing Ratchet and Clank. What's your other game, sir?
Again, even an easy game to platinum.
Huh?
And again, another easy game to platinum. Everybody Gone to the Rapture.
I want to hear what you think about that game. Now, you're probably going to say, oh, I just did it for the trophies. I didn't really pay attention. But I would really like to hear can you do me a solid and just sort of try and experience, like, you can do that.
I'm gonna try my best, but
okay,
if it's gonna be boring,
here's what I'm gonna tell you to do: play the game through, and then go back and play the game for the platinum. It's not a long game, but I would love to talk about that game with you, considering you and I look at games so differently.
But I hate second playthroughs.
I know you do, but. Like, honestly, do that game first. Do it for me. It'll take. I mean, honestly, granted, doing it that way will probably still take you a weekend. But I would really be interested to just. I want to talk to somebody about that game, and nobody I know has played it, so I can't talk to anybody about that game. I'll play that game again.
No, you said you cannot play a game.
I will play that game again on top of my 4th game.
Okay. What's your 4th game?
My 4th game is The Order 1886.
Fuck off!
Because I have it and I haven't even taken it. I haven't even played it. I've not.
Okay, so we both picked games that you can finish in a day.
Maybe.
Come on, I can finish Day of the Tentacle right now if I wanted to. Like, it will take me 4 hours with the platinum too.
I think it's like a.
There's a video of 3 hours you can watch and follow it and get the platinum. which I'm gonna do.
But see, Chris, because you and I are of the trophy ilk, that's okay.
Yeah.
However,
I don't like point and click adventures at all. I hate.
Huh?
I hate point and click adventures so much.
Well, see, I'm the more I play games like that, the more I'm realizing I do too. But at the same time, there's something special about that genre of video games. Like, I have the Book of Unwritten Tales 2 on my shelf right now. I bought that game physical, and I can't wait to actually sit down and play that. It's a game from 2014 at this point, but I think
so. It's been 3 years
cool.
eating dust.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, not gonna lie. But no, I'm kind of invigorated to see how this sort of permeates our conversations going into February, and hopefully Brian and Imran come back and we can talk to them about it.
Okay.
But
if we're gonna do this next time, let's pick one game, like let's say you platinum Skyrim or The Witcher.
Oh jeez, platinuming Skyrim. that sounds scary. But I will. You know what? I will replay Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. But tell me when you're playing it, and say, hey, I'm going for Everybody's Gone to the Rapture this weekend. I will play through it that weekend and be like, look, I want to be fresh so you and I can talk about it. So the only advance notice on any of these games you play is Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. Because even though it wasn't my favorite game the year it came out, that game is special. And I feel like there's something there. And I really wish I could play... I don't know if Dear Esther has come out on PlayStation, but I kind of want to see what else the Chinese Room can do with a game that is essentially a walking simulator. And I think walking simulators are the evolution of point and click adventures. But that game is... There's a beautiful statement in that game. And while I can gush about it in this way, I also recognize that video game stories are still dumb. But the fact that this game is sort of leaning into what its story is, I think it's really cool, and I'm excited for you to play it. I'm excited for you to hate it because I actually think you will.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna.
You're probably like, what? But
I'm not just. I'm probably just gonna give up and just watch a video. Listen to a podcast while playing the game, not paying attention to it.
Oh, that sucks, dude. Well, hopefully we can have a cool discussion about it, because I would like that.
Okay.
Now, Chris, I think we can end the show.
Yes, we can. We're gonna play Overwatch now.
Where can our myriad of followers find you?
You can find me on Twitter. It's Taporian, and you can find me on PSN. It's Frankenstein. It's FRENKESTEIN. It's spelled wrong because I was a kid. I didn't know how to spell Frankenstein. And on Xbox, I'm Ragnarok. Ragnarok with a G.
With a G,
and
right?
Yes, and then I want to say something. I see new people, new listeners commenting on YouTube. Gonna say thank you for your support. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for liking the videos, and maybe consider sharing them. Maybe say, hey, look, you can listen to these two assholes arguing about stuff that doesn't have actually meaning in life, but still it's fun to listen.
That's all I've ever wanted. I recognize that I'm an asshole, and I recognize that I'm arguing about shit that does not matter. But hopefully we can bring others into the conversation.
Yes, we can have a group meeting of nonsense. Still
Amen,
fun.
brother.
If it's fun, I don't care, because that's the whole point.
Exactly. Okay, so should I talk about me now or no?
Yes, where we can find you, Matt.
Okay, you can find me at infinite_rewind on every platform I want to be on. I mean, predominantly I post on Instagram, and I don't really tweet so much anymore because Twitter's rough. But I've also started writing again for the DNAnetwork.net. They have me writing about music, and music is my biggest passion, mainly because I love to listen to it, and I love to think about it. I love to talk about it.
Then why you never learned to play something?
I have a guitar in my apartment that I've never learned to play because I'm lazy.
Okay.
But you know, if you ever find a way over here, I would be interested in watching you play, because I know you play. Hopefully
I'll teach you the easiest song to play, Smoke on the Water.
Well, see, that's what everybody learns, and I actually knew how to play that for a time. I just don't remember. My guitar is really dusty. But I mean, I was a music critic for 5 years. I love talking about it. I love thinking about it. I love listening to it, and it's very therapeutic for me. And yeah, that's sort of my thing. So
your heroine.
DNA Network has let me write about music. I've done my favorite albums of 2016. I've done my favorite holiday music, and I've also reviewed an album. I actually have 2 reviews that I'm working on right now. Also,
I'm interested you reviewing the new Metallica album.
The new what? Metallica?
Yeah.
You know what? I'll do that for you. I don't know how long it'll take me, but I'll do it. I also am on another podcast called NGR Radio, where Corey and I just basically get together with somebody or some people from who produce content on their own, and we just tend to the plan is to bring a topic, we have a chat, and then we play 20 questions about a video game. Check us out.
You never plug our podcast there.
That's because I'm terrible at self-promotion. I happen to think about that. You know, I'll plug this from now on. I apologize, Chris. I'm terrible at that. Because I'm so neurotic. But that's where you can find me, and if you ever want to chat or call me on bullshit or just say I suck, you can find me at all those places. And if it's somewhere that's not me and you're yelling at infinite_rewind, maybe cut that person some slack. Just saying. And I do believe that is it for this episode of the Platinum Achievement Podcast. Episode, 47 now?
48, I think.
Episode 48. We're getting close to 50. So, with that, banana and out.